Welcome everyone. I'm super excited to announce version 1.5 of the ChxItOut app. This is going to be for managers to learn how to set up and end events, as well as the staff to be able to check people in and out. What's really unique about this version is we have an integration with Eventbrite so that the checkout process is as low as 11 seconds. That's right, it's going to be super quick. So I'm going to talk really quick because there's a lot to go through. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to open up the app. Now, the first thing as a manager, what you want to be able to do is make sure that the session is the event that you're at. And what I mean by that is if you look below, you'll see it says New York 2 with today's date. I'm actually going to create a new one because it's going to be a new event. So I'm going to go set session. I'm going to create session, put the title, and I'm going to put New York NY. So do this for whatever city that you're going to. I'm going to do test, we'll say 5. I'm going to put today's date, check the check mark, hit save. And at this point it says, hey, there's already one today. Now that allows you to know that make sure that you're setting it to the right one because maybe there's multiple sessions or events going on that day. So I'm going to say, yes, I definitely want to set this one. And do I want to activate it, right? So yes, I want to activate it. Now what we want to do is look at the below and see it says New York Test 5 is now active and you see today's date. Awesome. So most of our events have multiple devices, so you want to make sure they're all synchronized to the same session. And the reason why that's important is that you can check out one person on one and then check them in on another device so that they're all synchronized. And there's two ways to do that. If you take another device and you go to the set session page, you can see on top it says scan session QR code. If you press that, you can scan this QR that will sync them up. If you don't, if it's missing or you don't see it, you can always tap New York Test 5 and then it will activate. We typically don't recommend tapping because just in case you tap the wrong one. Cool. I'm going to go home, verify one more time. It is New York Test 5. Cool. So as a manager, you want to make sure that these settings are also set. So we're going to go the menu bar, settings. The first one is at all of our events, we collect their email and telephone number. That is so we can send them text messages on the status of their headphones, as well as using it for future marketing. The next one is require rear ID image. At our events, we don't require this, but if there's an event or a client that wants to be able to take other forms of payment or security, like their license, this will allow you to take a picture of their front and back of their ID. The next one is require swap reason. This is now turned on, and this allows when you do a swap to notate what the issue is, and this allows our inventory team to be able to fix those and put them back. It's super powerful, and I'll show you what that looks like. And the last one, like I said, I'm super excited to announce, is at the end, if we scan a Eventbrite ticket to check someone in, it's going to say, do you want to associate their account, their credit card with it? If in the event that it's lost, they're going to get charged $100. Now, I want to make sure it's very clear that we don't take any payments unless they lose the headphones. So cool, all of this is set correctly. I'm going to hit the home button. Now on the register page, like normal, when someone comes in with their so this is now more of for the staff. When you come in, a person's going to say, hey, I have tickets for your party. You're going to open up the Eventbrite app. You scan their tickets to verify that the event that they're at is the one that they purchased. And then you're going to say, all I need is to make sure that we associate a headphone with a type of payment to make sure that you bring them back at the end of the night. And if you don't, there'll be a $100 charge. So if they have an Eventbrite ticket already, well, let's say if they don't, you can manually type their email and telephone number and click next. Now, the power of this tool is if they have an Eventbrite ticket, click the scan button next to the email and phone number, which then turns into a camera. You'll notice that this is an Eventbrite ticket. I'm going to show the QR code. It automatically pulls in their email and telephone number really quickly. Look how amazing that is. Then you click next. At this point, you want to assign how many headphones that they need to check out that they purchased or rented. So I'm going to click on the upper right hand part. See how it just quickly comes in. I'm going to tap 1. I'm going to tap 2. There's no need to keep rubbing it. It'll just read it. And I'm going to put one more here. Now, notice I've clicked 3 in, but if we make a mistake that we didn't want that last one, all you need to do is tap and it goes away. So at the next step, I'm going to click next. And it's going to say, hey, do you want to associate your Eventbrite payment with the lost damaged security deposit? Most of them will probably say yes. Click the yes. Notice ID verified is already green. They sign, click done, and that's it. So at this point, the end user will get a text message that looks like this. So it's going to say, hey, you've just checked out some headphones. If they click the link, you'll notice here it has my information, how many I've checked out, and the status. Currently, it's in use because we've just given it to them, and their express checking code. Now, this code allows them to, in the future, scan, and it automatically puts their email and telephone number if they didn't have the Eventbrite ticket with them. So I'm going to go back to the app and show what it looks like if you needed to do a credit card. So in this sense, your next person is going to come in. You're going to put their email address, their telephone number. You're going to click next. We're going to assign a headphone to them. You're going to click next. At this point, you're going to say, we just need a credit card. We'll do nothing with it just to make sure that you bring it back at the end of the night. And all we do is we tap it on the back just like we normally do. You don't need a credit card. You can also do tap to pay as well. If they didn't have it, there's other ways around it. But for all of our cases, they really should have some way to associate it with a tap to pay or a credit card. They then sign, you click done, and it's the process. Cool. So during the night, if you're curious of how many headphones are checked out, if you click the menu button, you can go to event stats, and you can see right now that I've had 3 headphones checked out. Now, the way this works is you have active, which is how many people are partying at the moment. Total checked out means that we have only checked out 3 at this point, but if people come back, return their headphones, and then say another 3 people go on the dance floor, the total will be 6. So throughout the night, you've interacted with 6 headphones in and out. And then the max at one time is how many at one point of the night were out on the dance floor, and then how long they've actually been out there. So I'm going to go home, and at this point, I want to go over a quick swap. What this basically means is if a headphone has an issue at an event, the person comes back, say it doesn't work, we're going to click the quick swap. Now, at this point, you want to make sure that you test out, is the on-off switch working? Is the volume control down, which is actually up? And you're going to click, and it's going to say, hey, which one do you want to replace it with? I'm going to get another device here, another headphone. I'm going to tap this one, and it's going to say, do you want to replace it? Yes, I do. I'm going to say why. We're going to say it's the power doesn't work, right? And click done. Awesome. And now they're ready to party with that headphone. So what that just did, and I'm going to show you, you click the 3 dot buttons, manage issues. It will locate it here that says that one of them needs to be fixed. Now, typically, you would click this, fixed reason, and it's going to be broken, non-issue, or disposed. So I am going to go back to the back button and show you what the check-in looks like. So, oh, actually, before we do that, I'm going to go to Express Check-in. So we're going to go here, Express Check-in QR code. In the event that people don't have Eventbrite tickets, this shouldn't really be the case for our events anymore. But if you click that button and they scan this, if people are on a long line, they're able to pre-register and put their email, telephone number in, and credit card, just like the Eventbrite ticket scanner. They'll receive an email with a QR, and then you can scan that. So all you need to worry about is if they have Eventbrite or they show you a QR code, just use the register page, click this, and you'll be able to bring all their information in. I know, it's a lot of information. Cool, let's go to the return mode. So if you're during an event and someone leaves, and you just need to do 1 or 2 headphones, at the bottom right, there is the quick return. You tap that, notice it turns green. That's listening now for the NFC. I'm gonna tap 1 headphone. You get the big checkbox that's now just been returned. And at this point, the user will get a text message saying that, hey, one of the headphones have been returned. But at the end of the night, when you want to do lots of them, you click the 3 dot button. You're going to do set return mode. And you'll notice here currently there's 2 more outstanding. So it's already listening. So I'm going to tap. And I can tap the other one, and you notice that there's more outstanding. Now, that's all that a staff member will do. When a manager at the end of the night notices that all of them are returned or not returned, what that person can do, they can unlock using their code, and you can see all of the outstanding ones. At this point, you want to click SMS all to make sure that they now get a text message to say, hey, this is outstanding. And I'll show you what it looks like. It says, hey, the event has ended. You still need to be returned. Please get them back. And if it's an issue, they'll contact us. So in the event that there's still some outstanding, maybe we may have missed one or two, which hopefully that's not the case, and you count them up in the bins and we actually do have them all, we wouldn't obviously message them because we have them. You would just click the return all, which brings everything down to 0. So at that point, there's not much to do. That's how the app works. Everything is great. So if there's any questions, if you want to see features, functionality, or something breaks, please let me know. We are continually building this app. This app is going to be used by lots of other silent disco companies, and I'm just excited to kind of see where it takes us. So thanks everyone for listening, and good luck and happy checking in.